One of the most requested videos that I get, or one of the topics that people ask me to do a video on, probably more often than anyone. I get cigar recommendations and all that kind of stuff, but one specific video has been requested more than once, and I've always thought, well, that's ridiculous. I don't have anything special. But today I do. I think I've got some really cool sticks in my humidor. So today we're going to do a humidor tour. Hey guys, I'm Ellery Wells from CigarScore.com, the best place to find and rate where to smoke cigars. That's cigar lounges, humidors, and cigar-friendly bars and restaurants all over the United States. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video today at this time is because I've got some really interesting and cool sticks in my humidor. And again, people have been asking me to do a humidor tour for months, and sometimes my humidor is partially full, sometimes it's totally full. And now is one of the times when it's totally full, and that's partly because I have been given some really interesting sticks I'm going to show you here in just a second. But I got these sticks from new friends that I met at a lounge. So there's a difference between buying your cigars online or from a brick and mortar and having them shipped and smoking them on your back porch, and in the experience you get when you go and visit a lounge. So if you're not visiting a lounge every once in a while, you're missing out on some of those really cool social connections, and I have been the recipient of a lot of really cool stuff and knowledge and new friendships over the last couple of months. So I'm gonna be quiet now. Let's go grab my humidor. So contrary to popular belief, maybe you have been thinking this, I do not keep my humidor in the kitchen. I used to. Booms. My cat is in the humidor room. So here's where I keep the humidor. I keep this door slightly closed. I keep the door partially closed to regulate the temperature. I'm anal like that, so I like to keep it between 70 and 71, and I know just by how open the door is, whether it's letting more or less heat into this wonderful guest bedroom. So we're gonna take this into the other room, but right here is my humidor. I got a sampler pack of these Liga Privadas T52. They're in my humidor right now. One of my friends kept these in his locker for like 6 years. And I got some other stuff going on here. I got a note from Omar from Fratello. Got some cards, but let's get those out of the way. Got a box of Perdomos here. This was a gift from a lounge owner earlier this year, and again I've got batteries for my Boveda, butane, a cigar prop, nub tool, and a backup lighter and all that kind of stuff. But let's get all this set aside, and we're gonna take this humidor into the kitchen. Okay, I got the humidor. We're using 3 cameras today and microphones, so hopefully this turns out to be a really cool video for you. And if you like this stuff, please let me know. If you like this stuff, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click the bell so you get notifications, and let's dive right into it. I got this at a lounge yesterday. This is a flathead by CAO. It's a steel horse, and it hasn't made it into my humidor. That's a big sucker, isn't it? That's like 56 ring gauge. That sure feels like much larger than a 50. Maybe that's 58. It's smudged. So anyway, it's a big cigar. This has not yet made it into the humidor, so we'll set that aside right there. But what I wanted to show you right here is this shot of the humidor. One thing I'll point out, and they don't pay me to do this, but I have this giant, this is the 320 gram Boveda pack. I've got probably over 100 cigars in here. Actually, I don't know, but the small packs just weren't cutting it here in the dry desert air, so I just went and I got this massive thing. So my humidor, the humidity is gonna drop while we're doing this video. but hopefully it doesn't negatively impact the cigar. So I've got this here. We're gonna set that aside. Here, let's take this first drawer out. But actually what I wanted to show you, generally what I try to do is keep this shelf for everyday smokes, and then I start getting into review cigars on these middle shelves that I know I want to do a review on, and then I try to keep the top shelf for the ultra premium and stuff that I want to age. So most of the aging stuff is up here, but we're gonna go top to bottom. And let's see if this little guy still has water in it. I had this little lid here that had some distilled water in it that I'll just put that in there and get rid of that. But let's close this, and then we will switch this camera right here. So I've been cramming stuff in, not cramming, that's not the operative word, but making sure everything fits just right. So I think this one was from a cigar. So we got Perdomo, we've got, I think this is La Aurora. Yeah, La Aurora. We've got La Imperiosa. This one was a gift. We've got this Bullet here. This is a $23 cigar from also, and I think these two are from. This will give me a reason to like get more of the humidor. Oh, that won't fit. More organized here because I got so many cigars in a very short amount of time that people wanted me to review and all that it's just kind of piled up. We've also got, I heard this one was good, the San Cristobal Revelation. I'm going to review this. So one of the things that I do for the cigars that I'm going to review is I write the price on there because I want to make sure I give you guys accurate information. We've got a Pappy Van Winkle. We've got a Cafe Maduro, and then we've got, oh, this one right here, this right there at the bottom of your screen. This is one, I put two aside to age, but that is a Perdomo double aged 12-year Avo Classic number 2. We've got a Kentucky Fire Cured. I've never smoked one of these before either. Padilla Finest Hour, Le Bijou, a Diesel, and then one of the house sticks left from. Got an Umbagog and an Archetype something. And then what I'm really proud about, so this was a gift. This was a gift to me. And this is apparently from Jonathan Drew's private selection. So this should be just an absolutely phenomenal cigar if you want to see it. It's got like a little bit of leaf there at the top. There you go. There's the focus. Let's see. I don't want to take that off. Oh, that's crumbling. Just a little bit. Put that back in the lid. But here is supposed to be one of the best Liga number 9s in the world. Oh, it smells really good. Still has the cedar in there. Let me stick this back in very, very carefully. And we'll put the leaf back on, and then we'll put the cork. There we go. So that is shelf number 1. Probably need to do this to make it all work. It's a little bit like Tetris sometimes. So many great cigars, really. I have been blessed with some awesome friends over the last month or two. All right, so back in here. And drawer number 2. All right. Close that up. All right, now here's drawer number 2. This flathead, we're gonna have to do some with that. We have Joya de Nicaragua, more small batch. This is one of those 6-year-old Liga Bravada T52s. I got this one yesterday. This one is a Joya de Nicaragua Antonio Doble Fuerte, whatever that means. Here, oh yeah, let's see. See that? What does that say right there? Montecristo from Cuba. Some more Liga Privada. Oh, this is the number 9. This one was specifically given to me. This one didn't come out of the pack. So we got the Baca. This is actually a really nice little Roma craft here. One of my favorite Roma crafts. JFR Lunatics. We have here a limited edition All Out Kings Torpedo. This is a Caldwell AJ. Oh, it's a collab, limited edition. CAO Brasilia. I got a Texan, one more Texan. Got this in November 2019. I'm aging this one from Fratello, and then a whole bunch of Fratello Nevadas there. I bet if I reverse that, haha, look at that. Look at that. I love when a plan comes together. Okay, so let's get these back here. Oh, balls. These Cubans are actually old enough to be fairly fragile, so got to take care of those. Actually, I might have room. Do I have room? That'll probably stick up too high. I got to figure out room to put the steel horse. All right, these are going back in. Now, I will tell you that just because the cigars are where they are, I'm aging some of these. Some of these are ready to smoke right now. I just ran out of room in the aging drawers. So next up, we've got drawer number 3. Okay, so we've got more JFRs. We've got some beads. We've got more Perdomo. I got a 5-pack Black Market Esteli here. We've got a limited edition Roma Craft H-Town. I think these were first. We've got a Don Kiki. We have The King is Dead. More Perdomo, Roma Craft. Another Roma Craft Neanderthal. This was also a gift. Boondock Saints edition from Blackwork Studios. These are a gift for someone else, and this is the remainder of the 5-packs that I got. So actually, I might be able to make plenty of room on here if we do it this way. Give me a little bit of a chance to organize. Oh, no, we're gonna fit this on there. We gotta make sure that giant Lancero works. Oh, come on. Some of these cigars are just long enough to where they don't fit. We gotta get that on there. I'm just making a mess. How did I get this on here before? All right, I think we're good. Back in the humidor we go. We're about halfway through. Yeah, this is halfway through. What do you think? How does this humidor compare to yours? Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I didn't really feel like I had anything special. And honestly, before I bought a box of Nevadas and 2 or 3 packs, actually probably 3 or 4 or 5 packs, my humidor was actually pretty empty. So I didn't feel like I could do a really cool video. We got more cool stuff coming soon. And thank you to my friend Chris and Paul for a lot of really cool cigars. So what do you think? How does this compare to your humidor? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, next drawer. All right. So here's some of my favorite cigars, actually a lot of my favorite cigars. We've got more of this Liga Privada T52 from the sampler. Another Boveda pack, we'll find a place for that. So I'm planning on doing a series on second chance cigars. Cigars that I smoked the first time, didn't really enjoy them, but thought I'd give them a second chance. And this is one of those. By the way, if that sounds cool, let me know. I've gotten some really positive feedback. Yeah, you should do that. But I'd love to hear from you if you think that's actually a cool idea or not. So this is one of those second chance cigars. We've got a El Huehuense, the blue. This is the natural from Foundation. I didn't like the reds. I didn't like the Maduro, but I think I liked the natural when I did a blind taste test. You can click the link right up here to check out that blind taste test, and I think this is what that was. These Rocky Patel Edge Sumatras, some of my favorite cigars. More Liga Privada T52s. Okay, this cigar, check this out. This says Camacho. Look at the year on this. This is a pre-embargo Cuban from 1962. Very fragile, very delicious, I hope. What does it say down here on the bottom? Pre-embargo, that's what it says. Pre-embargo. Another gift from a great friend. JFR Lunatics, this is the Cloud Hopper. We've talked about this. I got this cigar from, have not smoked it yet. And then of course more Nevadas from the box. This #1 cigar of the year. I love these. I've bought several boxes and just love those a lot. All right, let's make sure these are all taken care of. If I do this, can I get this in there? I don't want to take it out of the box, but I think I might have to. Maybe I just want to leave it in the box for the review. It's just kind of dumb. I might just have to do it like this. Okay, back inside. All right, so now we're starting to get into some of the cigars that I've had for a while. Now, this one's not all of them, but I'm aging these all together. And since we have been traveling, I don't have a dedicated humidor for aging. I think that's probably the best way to do that if you're gonna keep a collection. So like you can see, maybe on these, I have written January 2019 on there. It's kind of hard to see, and that might not be the best way to do it. But I wanted to keep a track of when I got cigars to know exactly how old they are. These cigars, not so much old or aging. We got Isla del Sol. This was a gift from a friend, even though I've had it a few times. I gave him the recommendation, so he bought me one, the Avo Unexpected Celebration. I have reviewed that here on the channel. An owner of a lounge recommended this Crux Limitada. He said this was one of his favorites, so hopefully it's delicious. And then we've got another M. Bombay. Probably just need to smoke this. This is, I think it was like a 3 on the CigarScore scale. I don't know if I just love that one. But here's my Boveda Butler. But here's where we start getting into some interesting cigars. Now, I got these in January of 2019. These are somewhat hard to find. These are more of those double-aged from Perdomo, and I've got one that I can smoke. I've set to a side to age. But these right here, these Rocky Patel Edge Sumatras. Now this one, and I'll give you a close-up here in a second, this is what they normally look like now. Actually, we've got one that's a current run. Aha, here we are. So this is a current run. This one is 2 or 3 years old, and they haven't changed the color of the label much. So you've got current run that's a couple months old. You've got this one that's a couple years old. Here's where it gets interesting. This is the same cigar, but this is from 2008 or 9. I've had this one in my possession for 10 years, and I have several of them. So what happened was, I found the Edge Sumatras in 2007. I think that's when they came out the first time, and I loved them. I smoked them, I bought boxes of them, and then they disappeared. And I've got those. I'll show you that one. Actually, let me just pull it out right now. These are some of my most prized possessions. Right here. Oh, these are the torpedoes. Okay, so here's the original. They came out in a torpedo. These are the original. And then, so you have this like red band. It's about to just fall off. Yeah, it's just gonna fall off. And it's got kind of this lighter font. Then you go to a year or two down the road, and they changed the font to this darker one. It's dark on purpose, it's not age. They've got like a light yellow and then like a brown font there. And then they went to, so we've got year 1, year 2, let's see, what do we call them? Like production 1, year 1, production year 2. Then we've got the evolution here. Oh, they got thicker. I've never actually put them side by side before. That's cool. The band got thicker, and then we have the current. So there is 15 plus years. So this one's 2007, 2009. And this is probably like a 2015, and then the one at the bottom, you know, I bought it just about a month ago. But there is 15 years of Rocky Patel Edge Sumatras right there. And I've been holding on to these since then for just special occasions, and I probably should smoke them. But we're gonna get to that drawer here in just a second. But there you go. These are where we're starting to get into cigars that I am specifically aging, and hopefully I can get everything back just the way that it was. Oh, and this is an Edge Habano that I've had for years and years too. I have no idea how old this is really. A Habano wrapper Edge, and then is Sumatra wrapper Edge. And then my gift cigar. How are these in here? How did I do this? Back in the humidor, these go. Okay, last up, this is my aging drawer, one of my aging drawers. So you see we've got more Fratello Novedas. I got these in November. I wrote on them and I stuck them aside. So let's see what else. So this is the Houghton Young Gothic Serpent. I got one of these, I reviewed it, and actually I got two of these, I'm sorry. I got two of these. I smoked one and I reviewed it. And I said, I'm gonna stick this one aside. I think it's gonna be better with some time. So, I don't know why this Foundation Tabernacle is here. Honestly, I just probably stuck it there and thought I'll age it. But these are the rest of those Rocky Patels that I've had for so long. These have literally been in my possession since 2007. So these are probably, I don't know what they're worth. But hopefully it's a lot because I just loved this cigar so much. But we got Tabernacle, not Lancero, Toro. We've got two state exclusives. These are not Cubans. Monte Cristo Texas edition and a New York edition. My wife got me the Texas edition, and then we got the New York edition when we were driving from Rockford, Illinois to Boston, and we stopped and got that in Buffalo. Now, this is another gift. This is another classic, very fragile Monte Cristo. I think it's number 2, but also says Habana right there. Need to be very careful with those because they're old. We've got another Cafe. Did I have a Cafe before? I think so. This is the Cafe San Andres. Thank you for correcting me. The Santa Muerte from Black Label Trading Company. I think this is a duplicate. I think I have two of these. The King is Dead, Broken Sword. And then what is this? The K by Karen Habano. So we've got some really cool, some really cool sticks there. And there, and then there. Hey, look, oh, will that work? Let's see if that'll work. Haha, it works. Oh no, it doesn't, damn it. I may just have to do something with that one. So let's pack it all back up. Put the Boveda packs back in and make sure we get it all closed. Okay, so that's it. That's, I think, every cigar in my possession. I think I'm getting more today from, maybe? I'm getting tomorrow or Thursday, and then I've got some more coming. Jeez, I've got 8 plus 5 plus 5, so I've got 18. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I have 18 more cigars coming in the next 3 or 4 days, but let me know. That's the humidor. That is, I think that is, I'm pretty sure that is every single cigar in my possession. How does that compare to your humidor? I thought I had a decent amount of cigars. My father-in-law keeps 200 or 300, and I thought that was a lot until I met two guys. That one guy has 2,000, another guy has around 5,000 cigars. So where do you land? What do you keep in your humidor? Just tell me. It's a cool conversation to see what kind of cigars people smoke. But there you go. I've got stuff that I smoke just every day. I've got cigars that I want to do for review, which, by the way, we're adding more reviews to CigarScore.com. I don't have time to record and edit, most importantly edit, every single cigar I want to review. So I apologize. If you're strictly a YouTube person, I apologize. I just don't, there's not enough time in the world to do that. But I do try to do a written review, a cigar score, how long it takes, notes, all that kind of stuff, just no video. And you can always find those at cigarscore.com/cigar reviews. And then, of course, the cigars that I want to age and want to just keep for special occasions. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Ellery Wells from cigarscore.com, the best place to find and rate where to smoke these amazing cigars. I hope you have an amazing day. I really do. And as always, happy smoking.